Hi everyone, so today I'm here with my review of Pivot Point by Kasie West. So Pivot Point is one of the best and the most unique novels I have ever read. It's about these people who live inside a compound, and all these people have mind powers. They have mind powers. It's freaking awesome. I was just drawn into the story straight away, and I just didn't want to put this book down because of everything that was happening in it. And yeah, it was just fantastic. So this is about our main character Addie, who is a searcher, which means that she can search into her own future when she is faced with a choice. So when Addie's parents tell her that they're getting a divorce and she must choose who she wants to live with, she decides to do a search 6 weeks into the future to see what her life would be like if she went with her mum and if she went with her dad. So the book basically explores Addie's life if she lived with her dad and her life if she lived with her mother through alternating chapters. So first of all, I loved how the chapters flicked between Addie's two different lives. To separate them between living with her mother and living with her father, there are words at the beginning of each chapter with the letters para or norm in them. So para is the life she's living with her mum in the compound, and norm is the life she's living with her dad in Dallas. Having those words at the start of the chapters was a very unique and easy way for you to tell which life that you were reading about. So let's start off with Addie's life in the compound with her mother. If she stays in the compound, she gets to stay with her friends, stay at the same school and not have to start all over again. And she also ends up dating the school's quarterback, Duke. But things don't go smoothly in this life. Addie manages to get herself in a bit of trouble with her best friend's father's drug dealer by her and her best friend provoking him. Her boyfriend is also lying to her, and there's a lot of stuff going on in his storyline as well that leads Addie to mistrust him. She also suspects that the players in the football team, when they're playing against normal football teams, may be using their powers. And then something horrific happens at the end, and it would have been horrifying to actually go through, so yeah, I felt pretty bad for Addie to go through that. But that wasn't the worst one. So Addie's life with her father outside of the compound in Dallas means that she has to live as a normal human being without powers. It was really interesting getting to see her interact with normal people, and yeah, she managed to fit in pretty quickly actually, and she made some friends very easily. Oh, and her first friend was Trevor. I love Trevor. I just really love Trevor. Addie settled into her life outside the compound quite quickly. It did take her a while to get used to stuff like DVD players and non-automatic doors. Oh, and also how to open locks on doors, which was pretty funny. But then something horrible and tragic happened at the end of this one, and it kind of ripped me apart because it was, it was just horrible to see Addie go through something like that. And yeah, so both lives had their ups and downs. So on to the characters. First of all, obviously we have Addie. She was such a brilliant character. There were times when I thought she was a bit naive when she was living with her mother, but overall she was just an excellent character. She was funny, smart and just really amazing. She could have been a better friend in her norm life and maybe things would have turned out differently, but we'll never know. Layla was an awesome character as well. She could erase memories, and I just thought that was awesome. She was a brilliant best friend, she was funny, flirty, and I just adored seeing Layla and Addie together. So there were two love interests in this book because of Addie's two separate lives. We have Duke, who she met when she was living with her mum inside the compound. I wasn't a fan of Duke at all. He just seemed like a cocky jerk, and I didn't understand why Addie liked him. By the end of the story, but I understood why. But yeah, my hate for Duke just grew and grew throughout the book. I really don't like him. And then we have Trevor, who she met when she was living in Dallas with her dad, and I love Trevor so much. I just fell for him straight away when she first met him. I knew he was going to be a massive part of Addie's life. They had their own inside jokes and they just got closer and closer. Trevor is such a sweetheart and they were just so perfect together. I love them. The ending of the book kind of left me slightly heartbroken and not really knowing what to do, but it did give me hope. So yes, I am really looking forward to the next book now, because I just want stuff to happen the stuff that I want to happen just has to happen, because it has to. Overall, this was a very unique and intriguing book. I really loved exploring the both sides of Addie's possible future and seeing what she would have to go through. But yeah, I just really loved this book, and I ended up giving it 5 out of 5 stars. So that was my review for Pivot Point by Kasie West. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later. Bye everyone.